What if Leo Fender's best Strat didn't say Fender on the headstock? As a guitarist, you really live in Leo Fender's world, the world that he created, the world of Telecasters, Stratocasters, deluxe reverbs, bassmen. I mean, the list goes on. But he didn't stop there. He started Music Man, and then he started G&L with his buddy George Fullerton. This is something that's very interesting to me, because Leo Fender, legendary, pioneer, right, was thinking of me. Maybe not me personally, but he was thinking of musicians. He was thinking of other guitarists. He was thinking, what else can I do to make it easier for them? What else can I create so that they can get the sound that they're going after? And that's when they landed on the Fullerton Comanche. Leo was saying this is the ultimate refinement of a Stratocaster. All of the strengths and none of the weaknesses. Let's go check it out.
I got something to tell you. Hey!
A normal man, a lesser man, a man like me would have rested at that point. I would have thought, okay, Hendrix is playing my instrument. I don't need to touch it anymore. Like it seems like people really like it, but not Leo. He decided we can make it better. There's little improvements I can keep making. The first guitar I ever bought with my own money was a G&L. It was a G&L Legacy Special, and I played that thing for years. That was my only guitar that I had for a long time. When I picked up the Legacy Special, there was a Comanche sitting right next to it. And at that time, I just wasn't confident enough. I wasn't brave enough. I just didn't understand what the Comanche was going for. The first thing that jumps out, look at those pickups. They're called Z-Coils. They're still single coil, but they have no hub. So a lot of times with noiseless pickups, you'll lose a lot of the top end, you'll lose clarity, sometimes you even lose dynamics. These though, it just feels like it has all that. There's still that high end that you want. But lots of low end too, right? And that's way more low end than you would get on a Strat. And now, even if you add high gain, listen. That's dead quiet. That's so crazy. You have all those classic sounds that you would expect out of a 3 single coil guitar. And then he created the Dual-Fulcrum vibrato. It's a 2-post, incredibly stable. I can say this from after owning my G&L for almost 20 years now. That thing, once you get it set up the way you want, it will never go out of tune. You can dive bomb all the live long day and it will never go out of tune. So he fixed the pickups, he fixed the vibrato, and now he's like, you know what? Let's do tone. So he came up with this thing called the PTB, which is passive treble and bass cut. So normal Strat, you would have a general tone cut for the first two pickups, and this is a tone cut for the back pickup. On a G&L, you get a master treble cut and a master bass cut. So let's do the high cut first. Roll it to 5. Like if you're on a back pickup, a little bit too bright, right? And now it's a lot more quacky, right? But sometimes on a neck pickup, you'll find that it's too woofy. And if it's too woofy, it can actually overdrive your amp or your pedals earlier than you would want it to. Right? That's much cleaner, much calmer. So a lot of times in a G&L, I'll roll back the bass and the treble knobs instead of rolling back the volume to get the tone I want, because I can still keep that decibel level, that volume level, but I can achieve the tone and shape the tone a lot easier without like sacrificing volume or signal or anything like that. And sometimes you want more of like a notched kind of sound. Roll back the high, roll back the low. Leo's still not done. He had one more trick up his sleeve. This switch here, pickup expander. So if you're in a neck pickup, it'll add the bridge pickup. Or if you're in one of the out of phase positions, it'll add all three of them. If you're looking for that classic tele middle position, that's what this does here. That's a tele. And then in the second and fourth position, it adds all three. You hear that? It's got that full range, it's got that clarity. Let's roll back the bass a little bit. And I love adding gain when it's all three pickups. Lead lines that you're looking to accentuate and really be dramatic with it, it's a great option to throw it on that. Now, I haven't had to touch anything on this. I haven't had to set it up at all, just like my other G&L. I think I've set it up once or twice ever, and that was just because I had to change string gauges. They're still made in the same factory in Fullerton, California, the USA-made ones. You would expect them to cost a lot more for how they play, how they feel, and how they sound. Leo Fender somehow found a little bit more percentage points to eke out of the Strat. And he came up with the Comanche. It has wider pickup options, more versatile, stays in tune more often, it works with pedals better, it works in more EQ situations. All I have to say is, thanks, Leo. Sounds great. If you want to know more about G&L guitars and the Comanche, check out the links below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. My name is Alex, and I'll see you guys out there on the internet.